Yes, people, what is happening? Welcome back to Lilywhite Lane and welcome to your debrief for Tottenham Hotspur's 3-0 loss to Crystal Palace yesterday afternoon in the Premier League. And look, as the title says, the question in the title is the one that I've been thinking about and debating in my head all morning. Has anything really changed at Tottenham Hotspur? We can paper over the cracks, we can make out that things are new, but at the end of the day, we just lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace yesterday. A typical Tottenham Hotspur performance. And what makes it even more gutting is that we won a fantastic run of form. Things were changing. I understand some of those 1-0 wins, they weren't the most convincing, but we were picking up points. We were getting the job done, and that's what Tottenham haven't done for years. Getting the job done, finally getting it over the line, not winning a couple games and then throwing it away towards the end of one of them and making it a 1-1 draw. We won all three of those games. Not convincingly, as I said, but we won them, and that's all that matters. Getting the job done, and that's what the top teams did. And as Spurs fans, as much as some of the performances weren't brilliant, we tried to be positive. We were a lot more positive. And yesterday, if anything, brought us back down to earth and showed us that nothing really has changed at this club. We still have some of the worst owners in the world who are unwilling to invest in the players that we need. We rely on a 17-year-old in Dane Scarlett as our backup striker. Do you know how much pressure that is on a 16, 17-year-old? That much pressure for that age. He's only just finished school and he's already got to come into that Tottenham Hotspur first team if something happens to Kane. And that's what brought us back down to earth. Now, I've always said it. If you lose 3-0 and you put up a fight, and we would have won those first few games by putting up a real fight and bringing entertaining football, we wouldn't be as annoyed. And this is the one thing about Nuno, right? We all wanted exciting attacking football. We all wanted that at Tottenham Hotspur. He hasn't brought that. But as Spurs fans collectively, we said, okay, he hasn't brought that, but he's winning games. He's won 3 games in a row. Let him off. But if he loses playing like this, then he's going to get a lot more criticism than if we lose 3-0 or get battered by a team under Pochettino playing entertaining attacking football and going for it. And that's exactly what happens. He's been absolutely battered by the Tottenham fans this morning in the press and on the papers. And you know what? Rightly so. Rightly so. When Nuno came in, I had questions in my head. I was like, okay, he's maybe not a fantastic manager. He's not a Conte or a Pochettino, but I'll back him. I'll back him as a Spurs manager. And 4 games in, we've got a 0 goal difference. 3-0 loss to Crystal Palace. We haven't got a goal difference anymore. We've gone from a 3 goal difference to a no goal difference. Absolutely ridiculous. All of that thrown out the water, and we've gone from 1st to 5th. Typical Spurs. And do you know what makes this loss even more frustrating? Is the fact that we have to bloody play Chelsea next. We've got to play Chelsea and then the North London derby, right? Normally I'm excited for the North London derby, and don't get me wrong, I still am, and I definitely will be more if we beat Chelsea. But we always struggle at the Emirates, and it's at the Emirates. So look, we've got those 2 fixtures. It's a game that we needed to win yesterday, and we didn't. Tactical breakdown for this game. The tactics were completely wrong. The system was not there. We were playing a 4-3-3 with 3 holding midfielders, which never works. That's the reason we didn't get any creativity in the midfield. As I say, no creativity. And that's fine, okay? Managers get things wrong, but it's not fine. Managers get things wrong, but you change it. You've got the likes of Brian Hill, Tunky and Ndombele on the bench who you can bring on. He can see that those 3 holding midfielders is not working as a system in the midfield, yet he persists with them towards the end of the game. And when Tanganga gets sent off, doesn't change the system. Just brings on Ben Davies. Doesn't change the system. Exactly same system when you had 1 substitution remaining as well. Why didn't he bring on Brian Hill? And these are questions that need to be asked. Nuno out. I don't think you can say that at all yet. The guy's had 4 games. 4 games. We'll judge him we'll judge him halfway through the season, in my opinion. Especially after beating City and the great start that we did have to the season. But yesterday was an absolute shambles. Yesterday was a write-off. I hope it's a one-off, but Look, we're going to have to see Chelsea next game. Chelsea on form. I really don't like the look of that game. Speaking of that, that's not our next game. We have got Rennes midweek, which is, you know what, it's a lot more better than playing a team like a Lask or some rubbish team, because they're a decent team, Rennes, you know. They got into the top 4 in France last year in the Champions League. They are a really, I think they came second last season. Or not last season, the season before. They were a really, really good team. Really good team. They got some fantastic players in there as well. A real underdog. So that's going to be an entertaining game on Thursday. But we need to build back up that confidence. All of that confidence, all of that momentum from those first 3 games have just been thrown out the window. So look, really do hope we can claw it back. Tactics completely wrong yesterday. No system whatsoever. And something else I need to comment on as well. Harry Kane and Dele Alli yesterday. Harry Kane and Dele Alli were pathetic. They just looked like they didn't care. They really, really looked like they didn't care. Especially Harry Kane. And this is what I'll say now. As soon as Tanganga starts getting fired, as soon as he starts losing it, you want one of your experienced players to go over there and calm him down and sort it out. Yet no one went over there. No one went over there to calm him down and sort it out. He got sent off. And it just looked like Kane and Dele didn't care. They didn't go over to help him out. They didn't go over to sort it out, which they should have. And that's what you want. When a younger player's in trouble, when a younger player's getting annoyed, you want someone with experience to calm him down. And we didn't get that yesterday. But look, Harry Kane and Dele Alli, pathetic performance from them. Lloris, a lot of people criticising his distribution, which I don't understand, because who's he meant to find when he's got no options, when no one gives 2 shits, when no one's making themselves available for a pass? So I think the criticism for him, he doesn't deserve the criticism that he got yesterday. And the one player on that pitch who can take pride and say, actually, I gave it something, is Lucas Moura, because he did. And he's the only player on that pitch who looked like he wanted to do something. The rest of them were thinking about what they're having for dinner later. If that doesn't tell you the story, I don't know what will. But look, this has been your debrief for yesterday's game. Hopefully the next debrief will be a lot more happy, as I say. Hopefully you've beaten Rennes and potentially Chelsea and Arsenal. But look, thank you for watching the video. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button as well and tap the notification bell so you'll be let know every single time we upload on the channel. Thank you for watching. And as always, come on you Spurs.